The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
For the first time since September 11th, 2023, I watched Aaron Rodgers play quarterback today for the Jets. My biggest takeaways from Jets camp. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit the like button, and over on the right-hand side, there's a button that says subscribe. Make sure you click that. It goes a long way towards this channel continuing to grow. A lot to talk about, but first, I want to thank all the Asmaniacs that I met in person today at Jets camp. It was awesome. I was out there with my dad and my brother, and we had a great time. Great time at practice, great time watching the Jets on the field, and it was packed. This fan base was awesome, ready to roll from the stretch line to the end of the practice, which went about 2 hours and change. A lot of takeaways to break down. Before we do that, though, let's start with the off-the-field stuff, because this, to me, is way bigger than anything that actually happened on the field today at One Jets Drive. Josina Anderson reported that the Jets and Hassan Reddick had positive talks earlier today. And look, I've been hearing, and I said this on ESPN New York last night, if you caught the show, I've heard they're not that far away. Now, I'm not a reporter, so I'm not going to go run and report on it like Josina did here, but obviously what I heard was accurate. So Hassan Reddick and the Jets, I don't think they're that far away. If they're talking, that to me is a positive, because remember, the Jets said they weren't going to negotiate with a player that's not at camp. Both sides have been negotiating through the media. They will meet somewhere in the middle, or whatever the middle is in this scenario, because I don't think the Jets are going to give Hassan Reddick, $28 million a year, which I'm sure he's looking for. But I do think they're going to get a deal done soon. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if Hassan Reddick and the Jets come to terms on a rework deal at some point before the Jets' next practice, which is on Monday. First full pad practice is Monday for the Jets. Tomorrow is an off day. The fact that they spoke today, maybe they speak again tomorrow, maybe there's a deal in place by tomorrow. Reddick shows up at One Jets Drive on Monday. That's my hunch how this plays out. But at the end of the day, as I've been saying now all week, I do not see the scenario where Hassan Reddick is not on the field opening night against the San Francisco 49ers. I don't see the scenario where, honestly, Hassan Reddick is not signed, sealed, delivered within a week or two. I never viewed this as something that was going to take an incredibly long time to resolve. So I think that story we start with, because that's the biggest story out of anything that we saw. Now, as far as what I saw today, first things first, seeing actual competency at the quarterback spot will never get old. All right? We have been through hell and back watching this franchise, specifically the last 2 years, because some of the years with, let's say, Sam Darnold, the whole team stunk. It wasn't just the quarterback. The last 2 years, this team has stunk because of bottom-level quarterback play. The rest of the team has been more than good enough, obviously, especially on defense, to be a playoff team. And just seeing the way the offense moved at times today, just seeing all the different checks at the line that Rodgers can do, even Tyrod coming in and running the second team. It's refreshing to watch real quarterback play. And I think any Jet fan who saw today's practice or was there on Thursday would agree with my sentiment. Now, as far as what we actually saw, here are some notes I have from practice. I'll give you a quick recap, and then I'll highlight some individual things that I thought were notable. Brandon Eccles did not practice today because he got hurt yesterday. Saleh said afterwards it is not considered serious. AVT was out there in team drills once again, and it was awesome to see him play on the same offensive line with Tyron Smith for the first time, because yesterday Tyron Smith had a veteran rest day. Tyron Smith was out there. Oh, man, is he good. Oh, man, is that guy awesome. But we knew that. The guy's going to the Hall of Fame. The thing that I noticed, too, is that towards the end of the practice, the Jets did another team period where the starting offense was out there. Tyron wasn't. They let Olu play a full series with Rodgers and the ones. I like that. They're getting Olu ready to roll. And then after practice, I saw Fashanu and Morgan Moses, who's getting close to being back himself. He came over to the fans, and they went crazy chanting for him. They were seen after practice, and Olu was basically getting a private lesson from Morgan Moses. That is so invaluable for Olu Fashanu to learn from the consummate pro that is Morgan Moses. Guy's had a 10-year career in the league as an above-average tackle, and obviously a future Hall of Fame player in Tyron Smith. So just seeing that today was pretty cool. First play of team drills. Aaron Rodgers and Tyler Conklin, and Conklin's going to have a big year. Now, I think if it was a real game, it wouldn't have happened because Quinnen Williams beat John Simpson for a would-be sack. Later in practice, by the way, Simpson and Jermaine Johnson got into it. It was the first fight of camp. Expected, still pretty wild. It was after DJ Reed had a big pass breakup. I think it was on Lazard. And then a fight broke out between those two, and it quickly ended. Breece Hall, he broke a long run in that first team period. Rodgers, I thought, on the first series, you saw him at 100% health if there was any doubt. In fact, I just saw before I signed on, the Jets actually tweeted out the play. I had a great view of this. I was right at the 50-yard line today. It was me, the great Tom Ace. Folks, he's real, man. He's a real guy, and he's an awesome guy. Shout out to Tom, who had an extra seat right at the 50. And we were watching Rodgers buy a little time, escape to his right, and then loft a gorgeous ball to Allen Lazard on the sideline, who got both feet in and caught it. Now, it maybe would have been a sack because I thought Jermaine had a good rush on Tyron Smith, but still, Rodgers escaping and making that play, he's still Aaron Rodgers. Everything I saw today backed up what we have heard about Rodgers through the first three practices. Will McDonald, I thought he had a nice day today. He was playing mostly, I saw from my vantage point, with the second team. He had a sack, I thought, a would-be sack, because they don't actually have sacks in practice. They let the quarterback basically finish the play. He had a sack on Tyrod Taylor. Braylon Allen, I thought, had a nice run at one point. It looked like it was Kenny Yeboah and Jeremy Ruckert who were on the field at the same time. So 12 personnel, one wide receiver, two tight ends, and we saw those two guys lead the way. Malachi Curley had a nice catch. First catch of teams came on like a diving catch he had to make. I think it was Tyrod at quarterback. It was a little underthrown, but he made a nice adjustment and caught it. And a guy we got to highlight here, Tack McKinley. You heard Nick Faria and Robbie Sabo and Andrew Fialco all come on this show after practices this past week and highlight McKinley. That guy was awesome today. He's playing himself on the team. He blew up a run. He had a couple pressures, including a sack on the first series when he was out there. I was impressed. Braden McGregor had a good stop on a Tariq Cohen run. By the way, McGregor looks good. You know who looks really good? Tariq Cohen. If he's healthy, and Saleh said afterwards that he's got his burst back, I think he's making the team. The way I saw Tariq Cohen do his thing today, I think he's on this team. Now, he's got to prove it in the preseason, but I think Cohen's going to be on this team. All right? We're going to have a Jewish player on the Jets, folks. Tariq Cohen, baby. Unreal. 7-on-7. Rodgers had an incompletion, but it was on a Malik Taylor drop. It was a bad drop. Lazard, I thought on 7-on-7s, he caught a couple nice passes. They were easy stuff. I mean, it was pitch and catch. Garrett Wilson was Garrett Wilson. And one note on Garrett Wilson. I am so excited for him and Rodgers this year. The two players at practice today who spent the most time soaking up everything they could get from Aaron Rodgers was Garrett Wilson and Joe Tippmann. Garrett Wilson was a sponge around Rodgers. So was Tippmann. I'll get to him in a moment. But it was wild. I mean, they were inseparable. Like, they're going over everything. You can just see how animated they get. They're dapping it up. They're hugging it out after each time. And at one point, Garrett Wilson put some route on DJ Reed, man. Oh, my God. And Reed's a really good corner, and he won a couple reps. But Garrett was having his way at times against DJ Reed. I mean, Rodgers probably found Garrett like 4 or 5 times in the team periods today. If Garrett's healthy, I pray to the football gods him and Aaron could put together a season together. Garrett Wilson is going to have 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. I mean, that's how good this guy is. But he was a sponge, him and Rodgers. And same with Joe Tippmann. Now, Tippmann, I thought, at least 2 times had a snap that would be considered a high snap. Nothing egregious. Like, Rodgers was still able to get it. But obviously something they're working on. And those 2 guys are going to get on the same page. We know Rodgers is a big Joe Tippmann fan. He's talked about that. We had Tippmann on the show last week before training camp. And he talked about how great Aaron's been helping him. Those 2 guys are going to get on the same page and be really good together. And AVT afterwards spoke to the media, and he said Tippmann's taken a huge step. So everything we've heard about Joe Tippmann, I think, has been a positive, those 2 snaps aside. I'm going through my notes here. What else stood out here? Tyler Harrell, who's a UDFA, he had a really nice catch on a throw from Andrew Peasley, who connected like 30 yards downfield with him. Jason Brownlee had a nice catch today with third teams. I mean, man, it was fun watching some of these receivers kind of step up today. Gibson is out at least a week or 2, they said. So you got other guys getting opportunities. One thing I want to highlight, I had it in my notes. We saw Malachi Corley be used out of the backfield. There were some plays where he was lined up as the H-back, and they'd put him in motion. And because of his athletic traits and his presence, if you're a defensive coordinator, you have to account for that. Now, he didn't get the ball in any of these handoffs. I think they're kind of building up some play packages for him. But I think it was exciting to kind of see that the Jets envision kind of using Corley all over the field. He was in motion a lot, which is something the Jets didn't do a lot with Rodgers before his injury. I think they're going to do more of that this year as they adapt this offense to a modern scheme. And I think Corley is going to be a big part of that. Let's see. What else do I have here? I thought Isaiah Davis looked pretty good. He's shifty, man. Number 32. Like seeing that. In the red zone, we saw Rodgers find Lazard again for a touchdown. Lazard is going to be his go-to guy in the red zone until Mike Williams is back. That's how I interpret it. Because in the red zone, like the Jets defense, they were much better today than they were the first couple days. Like if I had to pick a side that won, I would say, honestly, like you could make a case the Jets starting defense won today, and that was without Reddick. But afterwards, the Jets defense was the only unit on the field doing push-ups. So that would signal to me the coaches thought the offense won. I don't know. I thought today the defense played really well. I thought Jamie and Sherwood played well. I thought Quincy played really well. I thought, Sauce was Sauce. He didn't get a ton of opportunities because he was just locking dudes up. Like it was, I mean, when Sauce goes up against someone that's not Garrett Wilson, it's just not a competitive rep for the offensive player because Sauce is just too good. That's really the bottom line. What else did I have down here? Solomon Thomas on the drive the field period. He blew up a run working against John Simpson, but you still had Rodgers hitting Wilson for, a quick out, and they picked up a first down. And then Jamie and Sherwood, who I highlighted earlier, he had a pass deflection on third down to end that drive. So the offense stalled out a couple times, but they were moving the ball, man. And also, here's the thing. The defense is prideful, right? The offense is beating them pretty good, apparently, the last couple of days. So the defense wanted to come out and put forth a good effort in front of the fans. And then we know the pads obviously come on Monday. Jarek Bernard-Converse had a nice pass breakup on a deep ball from Tyrod Taylor trying to find Jason Brownlee. What else do I have here? Let's see. Jalen Holmes beat Carter Warren with a spin move for a sack, for those who are keeping track of Jalen Holmes. So we had that. And that's pretty much it for the recap. as far as what actually happened. Now, once again, I talked about Garrett Wilson being a sponge around Rodgers. Same thing with Joe Tippmann. Highlighted that. Let me see some other training camp takeaways I had here. Let me keep going here. My notes are just a mess. It's also hot as hell there, too. Let's see. Hit the like button if you're tuning in. I know we got some channel memberships that are reigning, so we're going to get into that coming up here. Talked about Olu already. I wanted to highlight him. Talked about the Malik Taylor catch. All right. I think I covered everything I had right there. So that to me were the biggest things. But nice to be out there. Nice to be with the Jet fans. Once again, shout out to all the Asmaniacs who I met. It was awesome. You guys were great. And, I mean, it was a gorgeous day in Florham Park. So I think if you're a Jet fan, you have every right to remain absolutely ecstatic about this upcoming season. Just seeing Aaron out there and the energy he provides and what he means to this offense, it was a lot of fun. So I was very, very pleased with some of the things I saw in person today. And then some other things I saw in person. The Sanchez was in the house today. You had Mark Sanchez there. And really cool story here. So the Jets tweeted out a picture of Mark Sanchez doing what looked like a jersey swap with Thomas Morstead. They're both wearing the number 6. Sanchez went into the crowd right in front of me, and Tom Ace and Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 was hanging out with us. And he asked a fan to borrow the Mark Sanchez jersey that the fan had so we could go up to Thomas Morstead and take that photo that the Jets put out on their social media. So that was tremendous. Also there today, Braylon Edwards, which was pretty cool. And Antonio Cromartie is on the coaching staff, so you had a 2010 Jets reunion at the facility today. So I thought that was awesome. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else here. I think we covered everything. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for two guys that I think are going to end up making the team, if I had to call my shot, McKinley and Cohen. I think Tariq Cohen's on this team. I think he's the 4th running back. I think they carry 4, and Cohen's there for special teams. But when he was put out there on the 3rd team, his speed is so obvious. Like, his speed is you just see it. So, got to highlight that. All right. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We will open it up. Reminder that we have our merch store, which is live. A bunch of you Asmaniacs coming up to me saying, you bought your merch. I love it. JakeAsman.com. Get all your gear. If you're on Patreon, it's 15% off on every item. So you basically get Patreon for free if you intend to buy merch, because the discount code you get from being a Patreon member is going to save you more than $5, which, by the way, is all it costs. Less than a cup of coffee. Believe me, I know. I need some caffeine after baking in the sun all day. Join the Patreon. Get your merch discounted. Shout out to Michael, who signed up for the year. You save 15% when you do that. Ray Winter, Bilal Hader, Elton Babcock, A.M. Page, Guy, and Slayer for being our most recent Patreon subscribers. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. All right, here we go. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We start with some gifted memberships, baby. Who else other than the great Rick Kent? Oh, yeah. Sound the alarms, Rick. Here we go. If you hear your name called, you are an Asmaniac. By the way, this hat is a snapback. It's been one of our best sellers. It is awesome. JakeAsman.com. Jason Del Monte, King Saria, Lucas Ford, Jordan Griffin, Joe Bonesy. You all are channel members, but wait, there's more. How about a 5 spot from Mike D's Nuts?
Bang! Thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership.
Mike D's Nuts. That's right, Nate Hackett.
D's Nuts.
We go. 5 memberships from D's Nuts. Jerry Moore, B. Saez, Jose Colon Jr., David Ayala, Hermal Patel. You guys are all officially as Maniacs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, some super chats. Ask me anything. I'm sure there's questions you guys have. I was there. If I have an answer, I'll do my best to answer it. This super chat is from jetted out. He says midday Saturday action. Hell yeah. Look, I would have been on earlier, but you would think getting from Florham Park back to my apartment in New York City to only go, I think it was 27 miles. You think that wouldn't take that long? Wrong. How about an hour in the car to go 27 miles? Traffic galore. Mike D's nuts with a super chat. Jake, let's go. Mike, we're doing it, baby. Here for the memes. I met Here for the Memes in person today. That's always the funniest interaction when someone's like, hey, I'm here for the memes. When people introduce themselves as their channel name. Hilarious. So wild seeing Sauce in person. Dude's an alien. I'll say it again. Unless Sauce is facing Garrett Wilson in practice right now, it is non-competitive for him because he wins almost every rep. He's that special. Nate checks in. I don't like seeing Corley making diving catches because I want him with the ball in his hands, on his feet. That's where he will do his damage. Well, if the ball, I think it was Tyrod at quarterback. It might have been Peasley. I got to check. But Corley making diving catches, I'll tell you why it's a good thing. Because the ball was thrown behind him. It was the only thing he could have done to come down with it. If the ball was thrown better in stride, he would have had another 15 yards downfield, where he would have, in pads, been a force yard after the catch. He would have been the Yak King. But, you know, it wasn't the best throw. So that's, to me, not a big deal. Corley just needs to play and get comfortable. I'm not worried about him. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Dakota says, how much are memberships here? The cheapest membership plan I offer is $2.99. Great way to support the show. Also, we have officially added our newest channel emoji. Ladies and gentlemen, the Asmaniac emoji is live for all channel members. Enjoy it. We had to update the emoji a little bit just so it will fit for YouTube's, qualifications for their emojis, the one by one. But the Asmaniac emoji is live for all to use. Pittsburgh Mike with a question. Jake, any observations in regards to the new kickoff change? From where I was, we didn't have a great view of the special teams periods. So I don't really have anything of note. I did like seeing Cohen back there. Corley was there. Gibson's not there. So you have other guys getting opportunities. Malachi Corley on kickoff returns would be fascinating because we know he's so good after the catch. How would that fare with the kickoff rules, putting it back out there? Maybe we see it in the preseason. Ryan Kaza with a super chat. He cuts the line. Jake, it's Jen's B-Day. Looking for a shout-out. Jen, happy birthday. Happy birthday to all. Tom Ace watching the show. Let's go, baby. Let me tell you, Tom Ace is a hell of a guy. This dude nearly threw his $40,000 camera on the ground to go and jump up and catch a T-shirt that the players were throwing out. Oh, I should probably say that. I caught a T-shirt from Quantez Stiggers, baby. Still got it. Ryan got a shirt. Tom Ace got a shirt. I got a shirt. We crushed it. And they're actually, I'll give the Jets credit for this. They're actually nice shirts. It's with this logo on a white T-shirt. It was an XL, though, so it's basically a pajama shirt for me. I was going to give it to my dad, and he's like, oh, I'm more of a 2X. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. Let's see. I don't think I pinned the Gusbuster hotline link. Let's get that in here. Call in. All right, here's what we're going to do. Load up your calls. Gusbuster hotline is open. More questions for me about training camp. We come back and talk about all that. But first, let's talk about Circa.
We don't need gimmicks like giant checks and mascots to promote this year's football contest because we're giving away even more money than we did last year.
$16 million in guaranteed prizes to be exact. There's 2 ways to win and no rake.
Players in Circa Millions make 5 picks against the spread each week with quarterly and full season payouts.
Circa Survivor entries select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. Visit circasports.com for details.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Asmaniacs will have an entry into the Circa Survivor contest. It's $1,000. I'm putting the money up. You guys help me every week with which team we're picking in the Circa contest. If you want your own entry, circasports.com. If you want entries into the Circa Million contest, circasports.com. $16 million in prizes, 10 in the Survivor, 6 in the pick contest. Unbelievable. Circa's the best. I'll be there at the end of August. Cannot wait for the upcoming football season with our friends at Circa Resort and Casino. All right. Comments, questions, super chats. J-Man with a question. When do the pads go on? Monday. Big Islander fan says, how did Stiggers look? He looked good from what I saw. I didn't see him make that many like notable plays today, but if you don't talk about a corner's name, that's not always a bad thing, as we know. Right? I thought he was good. And he threw me a nice t-shirt, so we'll take it. Let me show off the t-shirt the Jets gave me. Hold on. Here's what we'll do right now. Load up the Gusbuster hotline. I'm going to play this as a stall tactic so I can show you the shirt I got from the Jets.
If you go to gusbuster.com, you could purchase the best umbrella in the universe. And you could use the promo code Jake so you'll get 15% off on any of your umbrellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Let's get the shirt from the New York Jets that was thrown to me by Quantez Stiggers. It is right here. It's actually a nice shirt for a training camp shirt. I got a shirt at Hofstra in 2013 when the Jets did a practice there. And all it said was, I got a shirt from Jets training camp. Like, wasn't even that nice. So we got the shirt. Let's see. Arizona Jet says, I need an Asman bucket hat. You should. Go to jakeasman.com and get one. Jet-based girl writes in. Can't wait till the games begin. Shout out to the 4% female demographic. Let's go. Let's go. FPP says, Jake, great show last night on ESPN. FPP, great call, man. Thanks to everyone who called in last night. Neil, Bobby, FPP, Leany, Purple Belt Mike. We had a great showing on ESPN last night. I'm on Mad Dog Radio Wednesday night from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. I'm filling in on DiPietro and Rothenberg solo for 4 hours, morning drive next Friday, 6A to 10A. So I'm going to need you guys to support. JQuest says, how was it finding parking? Any issues? No, we had to park far, though, because Jet fans, you guys are crazy, man. You guys are lining up at like 8. So we had to park all the way in the back. I get out of the car. My dad dropped me off to get online for the bus. But honestly, we got in there with plenty of time. It's really not that bad. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats, keep firing those in. We're looking for more channel members, but let's open up the phones right now. Ladies and gentlemen, he called the radio show last night. He's one of the greats. Purple Belt Mike is first up today. What's up, Mike?
Yo, my new military Gorman.
Let's go, baby. You're rocking the Charles Eugene Gorman tank.
Yeah. Should I wear it on Tuesday when I go to training camp?
You should, man. You get a photo repping that, and we will blast that all over social media.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it. Yo, my wife shaved my head. First time.
Wow.
I don't know.
How do you feel?
I feel free. I feel like, because I was bald anyway, so.
But now it's just a total clean look.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Smooth.
You know what they say, bald is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, you don't got hair, so. When I had hair, I liked it, but.
Oh, you look good, man. I think it looks good on you.
Is what it is. How long was the practice? Was it longer than during the week? Was it like 2 hours or more?
They started stretching at like 10, probably 10, 15 was the first period of like individual drills. Probably practice ended like 12:05, 12:10. It was like a 2-hour practice.
Oh, so similar than during the week.
Yeah.
So I saw Garrett and on social media, Garrett and Rodgers getting into it. Did you see that? And I mean, it looked like they ended okay, but I didn't.
They weren't getting it. That was the entire practice. This is what it was. I knew I was going to be asked about this, so I have it ready. You ready for this? This was the Garrett Wilson getting into it. There's no getting into it. It was two teammates the entire practice trying to get on the same page with different things, and I mean, Garrett was just cooking folks with Rodgers throwing to him. Here is the here's an example of what it looked like. Mike, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. This was the two getting on the same page. This is what it looked like the whole time. No one was around Rodgers more than Garrett, and Tippmann was number 2. So they were getting into it. They were getting on the same page, going over routes the entire time. It was awesome. Like we had such a great view. You wish Hard Knocks was there this summer because these conversations would have been awesome to listen in on.
And lastly, have you seen Sauce, following Garrett at all, or is he just staying on an island, kind of on his one side?
Yeah. Sauce matched up against Garrett a couple times today.
But I'm saying, is Sauce like on just the left side of the field, or is he traveling like they said they're gonna try and get him to do?
He's not traveling specifically with Garrett, but he's played both the left and the right side in some of the periods I've seen.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, man. Later.
Mike, bald is beautiful, and they say everyone looks better with a Jake Asman tank top on, inspired by Charles Gorman. Thank you, Mike. Well done. Let's see. I got some other stuff. Where was the play I want to highlight here? This, to me, I thought was one of the coolest plays of the day. The Jets themselves put it out. We had a great view of this, too, where we were sitting, so I enjoyed it. Here we go. Let's do a little screen share here. Everyone buckle up. Jets football. It's back. Here we go. Watch this. Rodgers just buying some time, escaping, and just puts the ball in the best possible spot. Unbelievable. And like, this was just like vintage Rodgers. There's better views of it. Go on Let's Talk Jets' Twitter account. They were the best. We'll do the film review right now. Let's just go on their Twitter account. Shout out to Kevin and Tyson and everyone over there. Let's Talk Jets. They had the back view from the bleachers. By the way, can I shout out? They got a video here. Quincy Williams. There was no Jet player that was better to the fans today, from what I saw, than Quincy. So with where everyone was sitting, it's easy for the players to walk right over to the bleachers. The standing room only crowd, it's a little bit of a walk further back. Quincy not only went over there, but he signed autographs for everyone. He went so far down the standing room only that he was actually past the bleachers for the standing room people and kept signing all the way down the field by the fence. For those who have been to the facility before, he signed for everyone, took pictures. Only guy that was over there. Shout out to Quincy Williams, man. He made people's days. That was very cool. This is what I was talking about, by the way, after practice. Here's Olu coaching up, or getting coached up, I should say, by Morgan Moses. So it's not just Tyron that's going to help him. Like, this is the stuff we're talking about here. Like, this is so invaluable for this team. This stuff right here. Because Olu's playing this year. He's going to get on the field. He's starting at least 5 games with this team this year, if not more. Let's be real. This was the T-shirts here. Let's see if I can find myself catching a T-shirt with Tom Ace. You can't see me, but we're in this area. We're to the right of the guy in the Mike Nugent jersey. Shout out to that guy. But Stiggers, you can see he was quarterback in there. That's how I got this shirt that I'm holding in my hand right here. Love it. Let's go through some more film, and then I promise we'll mix into your calls here. Let's Talk Jets is the best for this. Everyone should follow them. They're doing yeoman's work. All right, so that's a wrap at practice, and that was at 12:20. Yeah, I would say practice ended at like 12:15. They started at like 10:10. It was like a 2-hour practice. So this was a great play. I should have mentioned in my notes. This was a 1-yard screen. How quickly Rodgers gets rid of the ball is insane. And look how fast Garrett is cutting off field. This was in one of the team periods here. I mean, just look at this. Boom, ball's out. Too late. And then Garrett just blows by everybody. Watch it again. Because if you don't watch it fast, you're going to miss it. Ball's out. And then Garrett is Garrett. Tom Ace and I had a great view of that one. Honestly, there's no one better to watch a practice with, they say, than Tom Ace. Especially now that I know he's actually a real person. And not just someone who comments all the time. This was the Sherwood deflection here that I was talking about. Sherwood had a nice day today. Got a piece of it. Watch it again. Nice play by Jamian. Let's keep going. We already showed this. That was the interaction between Garrett and Rodgers. That was all practice, though. And this is just Garrett being Garrett. I mean, just the adjustment. Like, Aaron's just like, I know I just got to get it near him. He's going to make the play. Like, wasn't the best throw, but you get it near Garrett Wilson, he's going to catch it. Boom. And, like, you can't guard this. 1, 2, ball's out. See, Zach Wilson last year led the NFL in, like, what would be the stat? Time in the pocket, like release time. He had the slowest release time in the league last year. Rodgers just is so smart. He knows what he's doing. Like, he knew pre-snap he's going to Garrett here. He saw the defense. He's like, Garrett's going to be open. Boom, ball's out. I don't care what your offensive line is when the ball's coming out in 2 seconds. So we have that. Let's keep going here. Brownlee making a tough catch here with Stiggers all over him. I talked about this play earlier. Here we go. Tyrod in at quarterback. Tyrod was good today. He was accurate. We got that one. Let's keep going here. Sauce and Rodgers shredding after red zone work. This was cool, too. Like, the defensive players that go up to Rodgers, too, to pick his brain on stuff. You like to see that. And then watch Allen Lazard get assaulted here. Watch this. Ready? Assault. Or did he flop? I'm calling flop. Watch Lazard. Flop. 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 More here. Let's keep going. Here was the red zone touchdown I talked about. Lazard's going to be the guy in the red zone until Mike Williams is back. Because, like, there was Rodgers misfired on a fade to Garrett on the previous play before this one. And then this was the next play right after that, if my memory serves me. And just look how quick this is. They ran a little quick, in cut for Lazard. Catch it, scores. Boom. Play fake, in there. Touchdown. Take the hit. Catch the ball. Done. Boom. The Jets' inability to run this last year was mind-boggling. They were the worst red zone team in the league. But, this is just an easy pitch and catch. Like, anyone in my audience could have done the same thing. It's Rodgers at quarterback. By the way, Aaron Rodgers' play action in person is like, it's like wizardly. Like, it's insane. Let's see what this play is. Oh, this is the play right before it. So this was the misfire with Garrett. He wanted PI. Aaron did too. I think it was Garrett. Yeah. They wanted PI on this, and then the next play, Lazard found the end zone. I think this is PI in an actual game. I think Garrett would get that call. Let's keep going here. That's like borderline, honestly. If they didn't call PI there, I wouldn't be that crazy. Here was the this was the touchdown where he toasted DJ Reed. Watch Garrett. Yep. Yeah, this is a touchdown. Watch this. Ball's out. That's a Jet touchdown. Where's Rashusin? Yeah.
High formation, Carter the eye back. Rodgers under center, drops back. Lobs one, front left pylon. It is caught, Garrett Wilson. That's a Jet touchdown. Aaron Rodgers slips a magical throw to Garrett Wilson, and the Jets are on the board.
All right, more from practice. Here was a bad drop by Jeremy Ruckert. That's not what I want to focus in on. Ruckert would normally catch this. Watch the rep by Jermaine Johnson here against Tyron Smith. He won that. If he's allowed to hit Rodgers in a game, he might have deflected this pass. Right? But he's not allowed. Like, as great as Tyron has been, Jermaine Johnson is playing well too. He's going to be a stud. I thought the defense played really well today, and that's obviously not with a game wrecker and Hassan Reddick who's coming soon. But watch the rep here. Jermaine just too quick against the Hall of Famer. That's what I take away from that play. A couple more here. DJ Reed. This was a good rep from him. I told you, Reed made some plays today, too, when he wasn't guarding Garrett. But Garrett is just a freak. I think this was on the Zard. Yep, just got in there. And then right after this play, you had the fight between John Simpson and Jermaine. You can see that, watch here at the bottom. People were asking me about the fight. You can see they got tangled up here at the bottom. It kind of just spilled over. Like watch in the middle of the offensive line in front of Rodgers as he releases this. You can see Jermaine get tangled up. Jermaine's starting to fall to the ground right there with Simpson. They got up, and then that started the first fight of training camp. This was a good play by Reed. You can see it. This is where it happened. Right there. But John Simpson, man, he brings that nastiness. And then this was the first fight after the play right here. Right there. Rodgers on play action here. Watch this play action. Watch, like, it is insane. Whoop. And we were right at the 50. So we saw it. Like, I'm like, he still has the ball. Holy shit. Excuse my language. I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's go. Practice highlights. Competent quarterback play. This was the play to Tyler Harrell that I highlighted earlier. Peasley. This is a good ball. Andrew Peasley, baby. Look at this. Better than Zach Wilson. Yeah. Love that. Watch McKinley here. We highlighted him. This is a sack in the game. Watch this. Watch how quick he blows this up off the edge. Boom. 70 has no shot. Done. Sack. Play over. He just explodes off the line. Boom. He's in there already. He's making this team. I mean, if you're making the 53 now, he's on the team. That's how impressive he's been. More from practice. Let's see. Here's the Corley grab. Yeah, so it was Tyrod. This was the dive and catch we were talking about. So Corley did a nice job adjusting to this. If the ball was better placed by Tyrod, he has plenty of room to maybe go off field and make guys miss after the catch. But it was a little behind him, so we had to come back and adjust to it, which he did and made a nice play. Boom. Let's go, Corley. What else we got here? Here was the play that I wanted to talk about. This was Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. Beautiful. So this is the play the Jets put out there. But watch Rodgers, right? Deals a little high snap, buys some time, moving, eyes downfield. Got him. Can't throw it any better. I mean, that's perfect. And the crowd went crazy because it's like, holy crap. Wow. I mean, Rodgers is healthy. That's all that matters. That might be it for the plays I wanted to show here. Once again, shout out to Let's Talk Jets for documenting everything. Quinnen with a good pressure here. This was the first play. This is probably a sack at a game, as I said earlier. But they don't do sacks in practice. They let the quarterback finish the throw. Watch it again. Quinnen. This is the game the play's over right here. They're going to blow it dead. He sacks him. See how Quinnen lets up right there? Like, this is a sack in a game. You know, Quinnen's still Quinnen. All right. Good stuff, folks. There's your practice recap for my takes at the beginning. And then Let's Talk Jets giving us the rest. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. Hit the like button. Arizona Jet writes in, imagine scoring 9 times out of 10 in the red zone. I can't. I don't know what red zone competency looks like. Chris says, Jake, you said JJ beat Tyron to Aaron. Yeah, we showed you that play, Chris. I'm sure you just saw it. So, yes, that did happen. But Tyron's been great. All right, here we go. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, he gifted 5 channel memberships earlier. And he might have on the most beautiful looking t-shirt I have ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kent is next up. What's up, Rick? Oh, and he's got the mug. Let's go,
This is not
Rick.
a paid promotion, but I just want to take a little drink.
Rick, would you like to be my male model for the store?
Sure. My second package is being delivered today. It's out for delivery, supposedly.
You've gotten all your merch before. I finally got mine yesterday. That's why I was so glad I got to wear this hat today.
Mine shipped out of Texas, and I got it in 2 days. So I don't know why.
God bless.
I want to know, did Purple Belt Mike shave his head because his hair turned green from jumping into that pool? That was the first thing I thought of when he said he shaved his head. Anyway, I got to think. I want to talk about Tariq Cohen for a second because everybody's all excited about him, but the reality is he hasn't been hit yet, and he's got such a gruesome injury history that I'll feel a lot better about him if he gets hit a couple of times and gets up.
Great point. Yeah, the pad's going on for him, and he's going to play a lot in the preseason too. So can he be healthy through several games of contact?
Also, he hasn't been on an active roster in 4 years. And I think if he makes the team, it's got to be the greatest comeback story in history. I mean, who sat out 4 years and came back? I can't think of anyone. So that would be really exciting. Although I hate to see him win comeback player of the year over Aaron Rodgers because he will win it.
I'll tell you what, it's to me, it's a good problem to have if you tell me, how about Rodgers wins MVP? We'll give comeback player of the year to Tariq Cohen.
Sign me up for it, or as you would say, inject it into my veins.
Let's go, Rick. Rick, you're the man. Thanks for the support, my friend. I really appreciate it. You're awesome.
All right, keep up the great work,
ladies and gentlemen. The great Rick Kent, awesome. Hit the like button for Rick Kent. Just catching up with some of the comments here from the film review we did. Carmen says, "Jake, how do I get a subscription for my wife?" To become an Asmaniac, you mean, Carmen? Just hit the join button and you can sign up that way on your wife's YouTube name. If you mean on Patreon, so you can just go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Tom writes in, "It was a pleasure, great time. I had my own one-on-one show with Jake for 2 hours. Tom Ace, you're the man. I can't believe you're a real person. Love it." Let's see. Jet Space Girl, was Nugent the craziest jersey you saw? Excellent question. What was the craziest jersey I saw? Mike Nugent's pretty crazy. I don't know. It's up there. I'll have to think about that. It's up there. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone who needs no introduction, but I'm playing it anyway.
The only thing better than Alden shoes is Joey D. Koozie totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Jake, my brother. We're about to get out of here. Alden Shoes is closed. I'm so happy that Tom Ace is real. I've been worried because I love the guy. So the fact that he's a real person and he's cool, that's pretty fucking awesome.
You know what's funny? I met a listener today who came up to me, and I won't say the person's name, but he's like, "I work in law enforcement, so I can't ever call in, but I watch every show." And I'm like, there's probably so many people out there that are like that, and I love it.
Dude, how many people have come to visit me that I've never called in?
So someone I met today, I wish I remember the person. I met so many listeners, so I'm terrible with names. But someone said that they came to your store recently and they met you, and they grew up with you. Someone knew you that came up to me today. I wish I remember who.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you probably knew a couple because I got a couple diehards back home. So, but man, dude, the stuff you're showing, man, with Rodgers, we deserve this. We deserved it last year. Looking at Garrett and him just inseparable, just soaking up all that knowledge, man. All of us fans, we deserve this. We deserve Aaron Rodgers. And it's, it's just so fun to see how many players are just everyone's all in. You know, when you have a quarterback like Rodgers, that you have a chance. And look at Tariq Cohen hasn't played in 4 years. He's trying to be like, yo, man, I'm gonna try my best because I got a chance. You know, so I'm just I can't wait to go to training camp, watching all the plays, and you nailed it. I've been saying it about Lazard. It's his buddy, man. He brought him over. We would have all felt differently about Lazard if Rodgers didn't get hurt last year. So it's his safe blanket. We haven't got to witness it. He's played his whole career with the guy. So
are you saying that Alan Lazard is Aaron Rodgers' binky?
If Devontae ain't there, it is, man. And I guess Randall used to be his binky too, but I don't know, man. I still feel like we were pushing it too much when people were saying got to get rid of him. You know, we'll pay the money and get a seventh back. It's like, guys, it's his homie. He's not going anywhere, unfortunately, for the people who are hating. But
no, until with Gibson out now for at least 1 to 2 weeks, and with Mike Williams still weeks away from practicing, like Lazard's gonna. He's out there every rep with the ones. Like he's starting on this team right now.
Hell yeah, and he's a perfect person to be there when Mike isn't, because they got the same body style. They'll be doing a lot of the same jump ball routes. Mike Williams is vertical though, which Lazard isn't. But hey,
Lazard is just a guy. It's just like, he's got the chemistry with the quarterback, which is why he's here.
And Rodgers makes everyone better. That's what Rodgers does. He makes everyone better. I love watching Moses there talking to Olu. I love that shit, man. God, I'm just so pitching a tent over here, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bonesy, calm your freaky down.
Calm your freaky down.
A call from Bones. Also, shout out to Joe Bonesy, who got a membership earlier. One of the greats, that Joe Bonesy. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Rodgers can make everyone better, including our next caller. Ladies and gentlemen, a member of the 4% female demographic. We go to Carly, who joins us now. Hello, Carly.
Hi, everyone. What's up? How was camp?
Camp was great. There was people swimming. There was fruit on the fly.
Ropes course?
Yeah, there was a ropes course. Yeah, it was tremendous.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to show off my merch finally came. So I finally can join all the rest of the Asmaniacs.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Their merch. Okay. So first, I got a charcoal gray sweatshirt with Asmaniac on it. Size up. I got a medium. I normally wear a small. Get a size bigger than you would normally get. Get 2 sizes up if you want it to be really baggy. Over under Carly's height, 5'4". What do you guys think? Okay.
Exact.
How does this? That's not true. How does
under?
This, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This has dog hair on it, and I haven't even seen Ace today, so I don't know how that's going on. Okay. Then I got a black T-shirt with the all-white logo.
Nice. Looks great.
It's very clean looking. Okay. Another black. Oh, I have to sneeze, I think. And I have a black T-shirt with Asmaniac in green. Very nice. And then a white T-shirt with the logo. And last but not least, this is not all for me, by the way. But last but not least, I have
the mug. How many ounces is that?
I think I did the middle size.
So 15. Very nice.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself an Asmaniac?
Maybe.
Also, great point from Dano here. Jake, after talking about his day at camp for 52 straight minutes, gets asked by Carly how his day at camp was.
Okay, once again, I don't tune into the beginning of this show because I don't really care about the football chitter chatter.
Yes, you do.
No, I'm just here for the community of the Asmaniacs.
Sure. Right.
It's true.
We have a new emoji for the Asmaniacs.
Oh, wow.
Tom A says, once you're into this family, there's no getting out.
I woke up to a selfie of Tom Ace and Jake this morning. It was the best thing to happen to me in a long time.
Tom Ace is real. That's the big takeaway from today. Forget Rodgers. Forget Lazard. Forget everything else I said the first 53 minutes of the show. Tom Ace is a real person, folks.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone watching the Olympics? Are you guys excited? Are you excited?
It doesn't really do anything for me.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, I'll watch some of it, but I don't know. I've never been an Olympics person per se.
Okay. You'll be watching tomorrow.
I'll be locked in. Don't worry. Team USA plays basketball tomorrow, right, against Serbia?
Yes, at I believe 11:15 in the morning.
All right. I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah. If anybody needs merch tracking, comment and tag me, and I can let you know where it is. But you guys all should have gotten a shipping email, so I don't really know why everybody needs to ask me, but that's okay.
If you got merch, thank Carly because she helped build the store.
I sure did. Everybody buy the teddy bears. They're so cute. If you have a kid in your life, Decker is getting one. I just sent her one today.
Yes.
So,
Wonderful.
a
Carly,
teddy bear.
excellent call out of you.
Thank you. I thought I really brought the insight here.
You did. You did. And can you give us a jet take before we sign off here?
17-0.
There it is. There it is.
Hi, Carly. First time I talked to you, you're a nice lady. Where are you from, New York?
Hi, Bobby.
And now we go to Bobby Midnight. Hello, Bobby.
Hey, how you doing?
Bobby, you're calling from a different location. What's happening?
Well, remember what I told you. I'm using at least I have my orange chair now. So I'm using that very good. I'm putting my legs up on the orange chair and they feel good. And I walked around the apartment 6 times today.
Wow. You got to get your steps in, Bobby.
Well, if I get shoes, I could go outside. Yeah.
What about flip-flops? Can we send you flip-flops?
Well, somebody in the chat was talking about on my show one time. Yeah, flip-flops. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be able to, slip them on, get your steps in. We got to keep you healthy, Bob.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm getting around the apartment pretty good. So.
Yeah, but your apartment's not big enough to walk around forever. We got to get you outdoors.
No, I know. Yeah, I got shoes coming on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, Nick, Leany, and Rick Kent chipped in to get me shoes.
Oh, that's very nice of them.
Flippers and regular shoes that I got diabetic shoes, but they not feeling right at this point.
Did you take your medicine today, Bobby?
Yes, I did.
All right. Make sure you take that every day, okay?
Yes, I took it today. Yeah, I'm all set.
All right.
I told you when you came in, I liked your brother.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about camp, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My Allen's doing good, right? Brendan Allen's doing good.
Braylon Allen made some plays today, yeah.
Yeah, Rick, I think Cohen's going to make the team too. I like him.
Tariq Cohen, yeah.
Yep. And what was that pass that you showed before the last one? The last, you said, look at this pass, Roger, going out of the pocket. And there was one guy.
It's Alan Lazard.
Oh, that was Alan Lazard. Okay, I didn't know who that was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's good. I'm telling you, like, what's his name? Joe Bonesy said that he's gonna help out the Jets because he has his quarterback he's thrown to. And I got a funny thing I heard on NFL Network today.
What'd you hear?
That your friend Wilson started with the third stringers.
Zach Wilson?
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
I wouldn't consider him my friend.
Well, I was just making a joke because he was on the third street. Yeah. Yeah, he is a bum. That's why I wanted to make. I thought you were gonna start laughing. King Lowski and everybody. That's true. Yeah, like Cowherd stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My show lasted 2 hours, so.
Are you doing another show or we're done?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. No more 12-hour strains, Bobby.
Gator wants to come on his show. Did he tell you?
Gator wants to come on your show?
No, his show about Burt Reynolds.
He wants you on.
No, he told everybody in my chat. I don't know what channel it is. I'll look Gator Sports up, but does it come up with the
Type in Gator McCluskey.
Oh, that's where it comes up, and then you find. Oh, okay. I thought it was Gator Sports. I'll type that in. Then you find Burt Reynolds, right?
Sounds good.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you.
All right, get your legs rested. All right, get some steps in.
Yeah, get some more steps in today.
All right, very good, Bobby.
Okay, we'll see you later.
You're on the mend. Big doctor's appointment on Monday.
Yeah, baked out disappointment on Monday 11. I can't wait.
All right, can't wait. There we go.
Well, you know, I have my own YouTube show. If I'm awake, I'm going live. Unless Jake has a show, Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone who doesn't call often, but he's always in the chat. He's always coming to tailgates. Ladies and gentlemen, he lives on a golf course. Bethpage Chris joins us now. What's up, Chris?
What's going on, Jake?
Loving
the
that
merch.
shirt. Look at that shirt.
Loving it.
What size is that?
This is large.
Perfect. Is it fit true to size, the T-shirts? What's the feedback on that?
It absolutely does. I mean, I haven't washed it and dried it yet, but it fits. It fits really well.
Yeah,
it's like a true large.
Yeah, they say it's pre-shrunk already, so that's good to hear.
Awesome. I'm gonna probably wear it on Tuesday out to camp.
I love it. That's great. Take a picture.
Will do. And I'm going with JQuest. I'm going to get to the bottom of this membership thing. I'm going to have to confiscate that phone and see what's happening there.
I love it. I mean, look, it doesn't make any sense, but JQuest did send me a video separately in the Discord of him proving he has gift receipts turned on. So I don't know what's happening there.
There's no way. Something's not right.
Something's fishy. I agree.
100%. One question I did have about camp today. Did you get to see any of the new kick return reps?
From where I was, Chris, we didn't have a great view of it. They did it on like the far field, so I didn't see a ton of it. I did see they had Cohen returning some stuff, Corley, but it's not the same without the pads, right? For contact, I think Monday will be a bigger day for special teams and the kickoff returns and all that.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I didn't know, who do you think is going to get first crack at it? You think Izzy has any shot of maybe making the team that way?
I think it's with Gibson out. I think it's Izzy, Cohen, and Corley, your top three for the returners right now.
Okay. Well, you think Gibson, if he was healthy, would have number one shot?
I think he would be the incumbent and get the first crack at it. Yes.
Oh, all right. Cool. All right. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Maybe what the pads are on. Seeing how that goes.
Tuesday, you got to report.
I will be there. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bethpage Chris checking in. I love it. Big fella, super chat. Did I read this? From what I've been reading, Tack is making the squad. Guy's been a force. He'll play in the preseason too, so he can earn it that way. Follow-up super chat from Big fella. Jake, we need to set up a GoFundMe from Bobby so we can get him a space-efficient treadmill. You know what Bobby needs, Big fella? He doesn't need a full treadmill. He just needs like a walking pad. I have that in my apartment here. Goes up to 3.8 miles per hour. You get your steps in. It's small. It's easy to set up. It's not that expensive. You can get it on Amazon for like $130. We got to look into that for Bobby. I'll take care of that. That's easy. Mr. Bonesy says, forgot the wifey confirmed my merch showed up today too. Let's go. Everyone's getting their merch. I love it. It takes about a week, unless you're Jake Asman. Then it takes 2 weeks to get your own merch. But I digress. More calls right now. Trying to get this guy to acknowledge my existence today at training camp was one of the more difficult tasks I've ever had to do in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, he almost big-timed me the entire practice. Nate, parentheses Nate, is up next. Hello, Nate.
It's fake news, Jake. We all know that's fake news.
It was real. I turned around
I heard
several
you
times. Nate, and you were just ignoring me the entire time.
All I heard, you turned around and I just heard a giant Nate, and I was like, "Oh, hi, Jake." And I did nothing from the first 5 times.
I screamed it. I was like, "Nate," and I was like, "Man, this guy is big timing me."
It was a pleasure from a distance, though. Also, Tom Ace is awesome. He was an awesome guy. I spoke to him for a while. I got there early, but Jake, Tom, those were my seats. That Tom offered me. So you were really his second choice. By the way, I just had to unfortunately break you that news. But I don't know what the push-ups were about. And I saw you noted that earlier and said, I don't know who does them, based on who dominated. I thought it might have been because of a PI call, because I thought the defense did a lot better than what I saw Thursday.
I thought the defense won the day if we were going to pick a winner. And but the defense was all doing push-ups at the end of practice and the offense wasn't. Yeah. So I'm like, that's interesting.
But right before that moment, there was right before the push-ups, there was a deep ball that looked like PI that the offense was going crazy. And then the defense coach was like, nah, good defense. And then he got down and started the push-ups. So I don't know if it was for the penalty, because my girlfriend was at the practice and she was like, why are they even like they're just throwing it and no one's trying? Because she just kept saying check down, like 5 yard check downs. And I was like, it seems like they're just playing good defense or they're just playing, playing deeper coverage and kind of giving them the flats and whatnot. So I would definitely give the edge to the defense today. It was fun to watch Simpson kind of start the fight. Like I didn't want to see anyone get hurt, obviously, but it seems like Simpson is going to live up to his reputation of being that bully and the guy to kind of start shit and like be
They
that run
need that,
aggressor.
man.
And a day
Dude.
that no one had pads on to like he pancaked a guy. I think he might have pancaked Johnson. I don't know who started it, but he had a guy on the ground. And I was like, whoa, I didn't see that Thursday. And that's what kind of like got everybody riled up.
Yeah, 100%.
That
Because
was fun.
this offensive line was soft. They've been soft for so long. They need some nastiness, man. That's what Simpson
and
provides.
Yeah, they were soft, but they were also bad. So it's like it's hard to like be tough when you're
Yeah.
bad. Like I heard in Bon Bobby's call, people were like, "Oh, people should have stood up for Zach." But it's tough when you're not good and getting beat every play, and then trying to push the offensive guy after getting beat. You look kind of even more soft. Your game has to match on the field a little bit. Did you see the Garrett Wilson interaction on video with Aaron that everyone's making a big stink about?
Yeah, the whole time, but that was the entire practice. Those two were talking to each other. That's why it means nothing. Like,
But it looked like they could have been talking about like a movie, like their favorite show last. Like the argument really was not an argument. It was kind of like a simple gesture. Like I don't know. But
They
obviously
were
it's gonna
going
make a big
over
deal.
plays. Like anyone, like and Tippmann was a sponge around Rodgers too the entire time. It was awesome.
That's why I'm
Like,
really happy there's cameras everywhere now, and it's not just Costello. Just oh my God, he hates him, and they got into a big altercation. It's nice to see all of the kind of the use there, and everyone who was taking videos able to supply that, so we can see that. I also
gotta
like Steve
find-
Brownlee. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I you brought up Costello. I'm trying to find the tweet from the guy on Twitter.
That was a great. I know what you're gonna bring up.
Oh my God, I was crying when I got to show this to the audience here. Let me do a screen share. I saw this on Twitter.
People took selfies with him though. I had a guy next to him who was like, "Could we take a selfie, man?" And then like 3 guys, like grown adults, also wanted to take selfies with him. It was funny.
It was the stars are out at Jets camp, and it's just a picture of Brian Costello, and I was crying when I saw this.
He's awesome. I mean, in his own right. I don't like his reporting, but
Kaz has always been nice to me. He's come on the show. I saw this tweet. I was crying when I saw this. I thought it was hilarious.
there is if there's somehow if we could get the picture on the internet of this selfie he took, like he was like, "How are we gonna do it?" Like someone wanted to take a picture and then he threw it down, and then Kaz was like trying to figure out the selfie, and like it was mostly just his face super zoomed in with this guy. It was a very funny picture.
If you were sitting next to me, Nate, you would have heard me heckle Faria. I was just screaming at him, "Nick Faria, yeah, you're the best Jet beat reporter, man!" And I was just trolling with him, but it was funny.
I got down there. I was with 2 kids from my basketball program, and they wanted autographs. And I remember from Thursday it was a rush, but everyone was kneeling already in front. So I was like, I don't know how we're gonna get down there. So after that last horn, I like ran down on that ramp, and even though like the guy was trying to push me out, we tried to like get on that ramp, and they ended up getting a lot of autographs. Garrett Wilson seems to only sign for his own jersey. Like I guess he signs kids, but he kind of did, and he was about to jog off, and the kid in front of me from my program was holding up his Garrett jersey, and then he was pointing at him like, "I signed it," and he was like, "No, I didn't," and he like beelined towards him, signed his jersey, signed his card, signed his yearbook, like 3 things, and then and I was like, "I appreciate you supporting me." But yeah, speaking of the wide receivers, did you see Brownlee? I always liked Brownlee, and I saw him finally with the 2s. He even came in for Lazard, I think, maybe for a play with the 1s. But he seems like he has strong hands. He seems like he could jump. He seems like he can win those jump balls. Like I feel like Gibson has to earn his way back. Like is there a shot that that's still a battle now for that last wide receiver spot?
Yeah, I think until like Mike Williams is back, I think it's all up for grabs right now. Other than that one catch he had with Stiggers in coverage, I don't remember Brownlee doing anything else that was like, huh. Yeah, that was the only play I recall, but there could have been more. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I thought there was one to play in tight coverage where he had where like it was strong hands, just like really
with
stood
Stiggers
out
on
to
him.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was also, I mean, I guess I told you this with like Stiggers, like the first camp I went to, and I saw like the guys hyping him up and body language, and like he also is a guy that like dances with Sauce. Like him and Sauce are the only guys stretching, and they're both like dancing and don't like if you're a rookie, you don't dance with the all pro player unless you can hang with everyone. But I also noticed like Corley, there's been rumors about his route running not being the best, and like you made the point earlier about him being in the backfield, and I feel like that just like get this guy the ball, even if his route running isn't the great. And then Garrett also he made a play on that corner route over the linebacker one time. And Garrett like ran right over to him and was like hyping him up and gave him a high five, like great route and blah 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 blah. So I feel like there's could be something true to that kind of, let's get this guy the ball, but he might kind of be like a raw route runner due to him really just being the yak king in college.
Yeah, he's only going to get better with more reps. Like that's what it comes down to. Like the catch he made today was a nice adjustment on the ball thrown behind him. Yep. So like he's got the talent. The next step is some of those plays we saw him out of the backfield. When they actually give him the ball and see what he does with that.
Yeah, 100%. Last tip before I go, Jake. Get there early. If you're Jets fans and you're trying to see stuff, like the line, I got there about the same time, which is about, I guess parking lots open 8:30, so I got there like 9 both days. The line was twice as long to get on the buses today, and then by the time you get there, I was with they wanted to go on the job. I was like, no, let's get to our seats. Like I don't even know because there were people that obviously had to sit on the floor. And,
well, the weekend practices, I would say, like during the week is probably like there's, as great as this fan base is, people work during the week. Like a Saturday with beautiful weather, like next Saturday's practice. If like I'm gonna try and go to that, like get there early if you're going, because as you said, Dan, I mean it was popping today. There was so many fans.
It was insane. Yeah, same Thursday. I got in super late because I just went right to my seats because I got there at 9 and it was just a long line and they don't let you walk. I wanted to walk. It was like a half mile away, and they were like, no walking to camp. So,
well, you can walk to camp. Just don't tell them you're walking to camp. I know someone in the chat right now who might have not taken the school bus.
Was it Tom, though?
Let's just
was
say
it early? Because I think Tom said he walked.
Well, his initials are TA. I'm not going to put. I'm not going to put this anonymous person on the spot. Right. Yeah.
I'm going to go with him. I'll go with Tom then, and I'll follow him on Tuesday. Jake, I appreciate the time as always, and it was a pleasure to meet you from 10 rows up. I'm sorry I missed you the first 8 calls.
Nate, even though you big-timed me a bunch today, it was great to meet you from afar. Great call. Oh, my God. Tom Ace is admitting it. He said he walked it. He did. He says, I got there at 8 and walked go early for sure. Dude, Tom was there early, man. He held it down. Tom rocking the Wayne Corbett jersey today. It was an impressive showing. Ladies and gentlemen, a super chat from Dre. I'm on my way upstate. See you guys on August 17th at T Squared. Bunch of you today who I met in person all said you're coming to the event at T Squared Social. That's awesome. If you're coming, just make sure you RSVP. It is free to go, but you have to RSVP. And the link to RSVP is in the description for this video. That easy. T Squared Social, August 17th, 6:30 start time. Jets Panthers watch party. Games at 7. It's going to be wild. It is going to be crazy. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats, more of your calls right now. Please hit the like button if you're tuned in and subscribe to the channel. Ray says, any plans for Jets versus Denver? Ray, unfortunately, I have a wedding that night, so I will not be there for that game. If you're looking for something for that game, Richie from Jets Media is doing a group buy. Ryan from Jets Talk, O'Leary, and Green Bean. That's their game they're doing. So I would defer you to those guys. Sat with Ryan today at camp. Our game is the Texans game. We already have tickets sold for that. And then I'm doing a meetup for London. That's in the works. And then Miami. Road games we're talking about. And then every home game, L5 is where I will be beforehand tailgating. BYOB. Come on down. It'll be wild. Ryan writes in, Jake, did Tyron look decent? Did he look decent? He was awesome. He was great. I mean, Rodgers had plenty of time to operate. That was the takeaway. Tom Ace writes in, the big security dude was in way over his head with crowd control. Dude, they left this poor guy on an island. Oh my God. This dude in front of us trying to get the people. You can't like sit in the lane where people are walking, but people just didn't listen because they wanted to get a view and see practice because there were just too many people there. They sold too many tickets, if we're being honest. There were just too many people there. And this dude was trying to fight the good fight, but he was overmatched, man. At one point, his boss just said to him, hey, if it's young kids, let them sit there. Just to make sure they're not blocking the lane completely. It was wild. Jake Quest says, Jake, should I wear my Knoble jersey Tuesday? Damn right. Dave says, received my Asmaniac bucket hat today. Nice. Let's go, Dave. Call in with it on. Show off the bucket hat. Hopefully King Lowski gets his soon. We sent him one. Ryan says, I'm hoping Tippmann and Rodgers gel and get a nice rhythm. I think they will. Tippmann is a sponge around Rodgers. For those tuning in late, the two people who spent the most time with Aaron Rodgers today were Joe Tippmann and Garrett Wilson, which was awesome. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is Keith Best. Hello, Keith. Keith? Hey, Keith. Keith? Keith, are you familiar with the work of V-Man? Hey, Keith. Everyone smash their Keith Best emoji if you're an Asmaniac. Keith? Wakey, wakey. All right. Here's today's poll question. Who was better at falling asleep on the air? Keith Best, who's doing it right now, right? Or, right? It's not just one choice here. It's either or. Or the OG at sleeping on this program, V-Man.
Now, when Neil was the first caller today, the other guy who I was asked more about last night, besides Neil, is this guy online right now who might be sleeping. V-Man's up next. Hello, V-Man. Come on. V-Man, you up?
Yep. Yep. Sorry. Linus is right. Linus freaking out. Sorry.
What's up, man?
All right. Sorry, man. I look, I work the graveyard shift. So
I get it.
I had this on in the background waiting for my turn.
I respect the passion, V-Man. That's a real Jet fan right there.
Yeah, no, honestly looking forward to this game. It's Monday night, so I can actually, properly enjoy it, without, having to wake myself up in the middle of sleeping.
That was the OG of sleeping on the show. Also, I'm worried about Keith Best's neck, man. He's going to be sore. That's a neck strain waiting to happen the way he's knocked out. All right, so Keith is still asleep. Let's go back to the second time B-Man fell asleep on the air.
All right, a lot of people still want in on the conversation. Let's go to this guy right now. Let's play the intro and see if it wakes him up.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he no sleeping. Adios mio.
V-Man? V-Man! Come on. Vincent, V-Man, I have coquito for you. V-Man, you've been named Puerto Rican Citizen of the Year. Wake up, sleepyhead. V-Man, wake up. Vincent? All right.
That's the end of that V-Man call. Now he can go back to sleeping.
You can't script this show, folks. It's the second time in 6 months it's happened. I was hoping he was going to wake up, though, because last time he woke up. Hey, V-Man, you up yet? All right, we'll come back to you. Is this show that bad today? Am I that boring? V-Man? No? Man, he's in a deep sleep. All right, we'll keep checking. Go back to the calls right now. This guy's not sleeping.
I think you got to put V-Man down in the bottom for the rest of the show until he wakes up. I think you got to. I'm sorry.
It's a little distracting. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see if he's still sleeping. V-Man, you up? No? All right. V-Man's up next. What's up, V-Man?
Good, Jay. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You sound like you just got up from a nap.
I'm just, man, but no.
You look well rested.
No, honestly, I'm not.
You sure you weren't sleeping?
No, I wasn't. Yeah, but no, I'm just sorry. I honestly, I can tell you right now, I'm just like totally blanking right now.
V-Man,
I'll let you get back to your nap, all right?
Right.
V-Man wasn't sleeping. I mean, you heard him there. I can't. I mean, that we just gave Gator the equivalent of like a guaranteed Oscar-winning script right there. What a moment in time. Let Keith Best sleep. He's dreaming of Super Bowl championships. I think I saw Tom Ace right in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is not sleeping. We go to Devin, who joins us now. What's up, Devin?
What's up, Jay?
How we doing, man?
I'm good, brother. Hey, I'm just coming on here because I gotta let you know. Got my merch. Here we go.
Oh, the Gorman. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Yes, sir. It's here.
That's
hey,
awesome.
And I got the sweatshirt, but as I'm converting my wife to the Asmaniac lifestyle, she's gonna take the sweatshirt because the sweatshirt was a little small for me.
It's a size. You
Can I
got to go
put
a
through here?
size up. A size. Like
Yeah,
if you're a large, go XL. If you're a medium, go large. Go a size up. Look at that.
I'm sure. There she is. She's hiding. She don't want to be seen. It's all good.
That's all right.
But there's a sweatshirt. So it looks good on her though, man. It looks real good on her. So she's gonna rock that. And I'm gonna rock this. And I'm gonna get me a size up for my next sweatshirt. And then just we'll be twinning. That's all.
My man.
I don't have too
love it.
much. I
Thank
just saw you was on, man. I had to take I took my daughter to a birthday party today. So she we just got back and I was like, oh, Jake's on. I gotta let him know I got my merch. My wife was supposed to come on and model her merch, but she's not ready for that yet. But we'll see.
Well, we'll
She
get
did
her.
subscribe.
We'll
Yes,
get her.
she said. She said, I did subscribe.
I
And
appreciate it.
and she was talking smack to Lowski. So King Lowski,
I'm coming for him.
she's got Carly's back.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I love it.
She's starting.
Look, the 4% female demographic, they ride and die together. I get it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, yeah, man. But I appreciate you, brother. I just want to let you know I got my merch. I'm gotta get some more merch though. And you know what's crazy? I got something from Parcel Unknown today, and it came super quick.
It's
quick.
so weird, man. Sometimes it's 6 weeks. Sometimes I've gotten stuff from 2. So it really just depends on like the time of year. It's just random.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this though. I can't wait to rock it.
I love it. Devin,
I
you're
want
the man.
to if it's hot enough in Miami at that meetup on the 8th, I gotta rock my Asmaniac wears. You know what I'm saying? Gotta represent.
I love it. I love it. Well, appreciate you, Devin.
Appreciate
stuff
you,
looks
bro.
Great. Thanks for buying the merch, supporting the show. I can't wait to meet you at the. Are you coming to any of the meetups? I know you're going to the Texans game. Am I seeing you before then?
I would love to. You know, I'm in VA, so I would love to be. If there's something around that time frame, because we figure we're gonna come up on that like early morning Thursday. We're gonna come up for that. Elizabeth still don't know yet. I was, you know, she's gonna be quite surprised and quite enthused to meet.
I love it. I can't wait to meet her. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you, though, brother.
I appreciate you, Devin. Thanks so much to you and your wife for the support. That's awesome. Ryan with a question. Is merch only through Patreon? Ryan, no. Merch is for everybody. If you want it 15% off, you could join my Patreon because I want to hook up my OG supporters, people who make this possible for me to do for a living, talk about one football team for a full-time job because I have the best audience in sports. But no, it's open for everyone, man. Go to jakeasman.com. Everything in the merch store is up. My listeners are the best. They bought so much stuff that we had to restock stuff already. Incredible. jakeasman.com. That's it. Everything is there. But if you're going to buy merch, you better join Patreon because you'll get Patreon for free, essentially. You get 15% off when you join Patreon on all merch. So if you buy one item, you buy a hoodie, you buy a sweatshirt, you buy a hat, you're going to save more than $5 with the discount code. So then you're getting the Patreon for free. So it's a no-brainer. And you get access to the Discord, bonus shows. There were 2 shows this week on Patreon that were not on YouTube. You also get your name in the intro. Did you notice we have Gator has updated the list of names? So we got to cover. Frankie says merch is available on a website of some kind. Yeah, it's just jakeasman.com. Look at it right in the chat. And if you order a sweatshirt, go a size up. Frankie says you can even get beer koozies. You can. Let me show off mine. Hold on. I'll give you guys a little merch tour here. But first, let me play something. Let's see. We haven't heard from V-Man in the show other than his sleeping. So let's get a update from the campaign trail.
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You want to be a real political party, target areas where you can win. Until then, you're going to be the political clown show that every American and everyone on the left is going to laugh at. So, that's all.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
Right here. Beer koozie. I got more merch to show off, too. Watch this.
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You're a political clown show. That's what you are. Have you ever seen a Green Party activist knock on your door? I haven't.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
All right, here we go. So I'm wearing the Asmaniac snapback hat right now. How about some trucker hats? Asmaniac trucker hat. We got that going. Hold on. Let me remove Frankie's comment so you guys can see it. Full on trucker hats here. You got the mesh, all that. This hat is fresh. Also, the Jake Asman Show trucker hat has come in as well. Got that one. But wait, folks, that's not all. My hoodie came in. I'm a medium, so I ordered a size large in the hoodie. If you really want it to be baggy, go XL. I go 2 size up, but 1 size up should be fine for most. All right, got my hoodie here. It is certainly not hoodie weather yet. But with the amount of primetime games the Jets have this year, it will be in the fall. And then maybe the best item in the store, the Adidas polos. I ordered a black one as well. So that's what we got right there. JakeAsman.com. That easy. All right, let's switch hats here. Gonna break it in a little bit. Let's see. A couple people have asked what my favorite items have been. I think the hats are awesome. I think the polo's great, especially if you're someone who maybe can wear it at work or whatever. Hoodies are tremendous. Hold on. I'm still here. I'm just moving my merch over. The mugs are great too. I have a mug, but it's in my kitchen right now, and I don't feel like getting up again. Mike D's Nuts says, wife is getting me a polo for the B-Day. I love it. Ryan says, is there a promo I could use? Yes, if you join my Patreon. It's included in your membership. So, Ryan, if you're going to buy merch, join the Patreon. It costs $5. You're going to save more than $5 with the promo code you get from being on Patreon. So you're getting Patreon for free, essentially. Jay says, how about a Jake Asman Show monogrammed Gustbuster umbrella? Well, I was with the czar of umbrellas today at training camp, Steve Asman. It's in the works. Ryan says, Jake, I can't see where to check out off the website. You hit the shop button, and then you hit checkout. Do I need to give you a tour, Ryan? I will. All right. Watch this. All right, we're 90 minutes in. If anyone wants Jets talk, rewind if you're tuning in, because we gave you a full breakdown of my day at camp. Ladies and gentlemen, here's how it's done. All right. JakeAsman.com. While you're on JakeAsman.com, you can see the website, which is really just the shop, because that's what it was built for. You hit shop. What item do you want, Ryan? You want a polo? You click that. You select the size. You strike me as a medium. You know what? You're a large. All right. Not because you're fat, because you're just so strong. All right, your muscles are just popping off the shirt. Then you hit add to cart. Once you hit add to cart, you then go to the top right, and it says one item in the shop. You click that, and boom, you hit the checkout button. And then the magic of it all. You check out. You put your email in. I'm signed into my own account, but here's how it's done. Ready? This is what it is for the general person. Continue as a guest. You put your email, and then you fill out the info, and that's it. So that easy. All right. And that's how it's done. Someone just bought something. Let's see. Ryan C. Ryan, you figured out how to do it. Congrats to Ryan. He bought a t-shirt, but I got his size wrong. Good job by Ryan. All right, last chance to get in. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Jquest says, hit the like. Rick says, Polo is being delivered today. Let's go, Rick. Thank you, man. Luppy says, I want to order a Polo. Do I do size up there as well? Now, Polos, in my experience wearing the Polo, Luppy, it's true to size. So if you're a large, get a large. If you're a medium, get a medium, etc. Hoodies is the only thing we can definitively tell you. Go a size up. If you're normally a large, go XL. If you're normally an XL, go 2X. Roger says, Jake, the Polo is sweet. Love it. Frank says, koozies are one size fits all, though. We have two different koozie options. We have, because there's obviously multiple types of cans out there. So I'll explain that. It's a good point. If you want koozies, here's what I recommend. You tell me what type of drink you're looking for. All right? If you want just a standard, let's use Bud Light can, for example. You want the regular 12 ounce for just a regular can. If you like high noons, like I do, then you should go with the slim because it fits the can better. So slim for like high noons and White Claws. For standard Bud Light beer cans, for example, 12 ounce regular. That's how it's done. Also, for all you kids out there, check out the kids line we have, including the onesies. But we also now are selling Jake Asman Show teddy bears. And I'm excited to say Gary's daughter, Decker, is the first recipient of the teddy bear, I believe. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Mike says, watching Garrett and Jermaine Origin, so good. I haven't finished the Garrett one yet, but I mean, the Jets do a great job. It's been excellent. Apparently 2 teddies have been sold, according to Carly, so never mind. Sweet Baby says, Yankees World Series bound after this trade. They need more, man. They need more. I do like adding Chisholm. They need someone. He could play outfield. He could play infield. Get on base. Probably be the leadoff guy. But they need more. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's Nuts has received his Asmaniac bucket hat. Mike, call in wearing it. Gotta order one of those Asmaniac hats when I get back to the U.S. If you ever get back to the U.S. We need you back, Snowball. We miss you. Dano writes in, that koozie you speak of seems like a wonderful Asman invention. The funniest moment that we've had in a while. Well, that's not true. There's been so many funny moments. But something that was hilarious when it happened was when Charles Gorman thought that I personally invented the Koozie. He had never heard of a Koozie until we apparently showed him it. Ryan says, thanks for walking me through the website. I got you, Ryan. Appreciate you. Thanks for buying merch. Programming note. Meetup in Jersey. We have limited spots left. RSVP if you want to join Richie from Jets Media and myself at Don Jose Mexican Restaurant, East Hanover. It's the night of August 7th. The Jets have a practice open for fans that morning. The next day, they have a practice against the Commies open for fans. So back-to-back fan practices. So if you're in the area, stop by Wednesday night, August 7th, Don Jose Mexican Restaurant. It's 15 minutes from Florham Park. We're going to be hanging out, enjoying a great evening. And we'll have giveaways. Let's see. Snowball writes in, did a Jets chant on the ferry to Pastiano today with an Aussie. How about that? Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments here. Unique Islam. Jake, was A-Rod and Lazard arguing? No, where's this stuff coming from that they were arguing? No one was arguing. They were football players. There was none of that today. It was all, and it wasn't Lazard. It was Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers who were constantly going over stuff after plays, getting on the same page. Tippmann as well. Let's see. Ryan wants Asman boxer briefs. Maybe we will, Ryan. Big fella, super chat, cuts the line. Going to wrap up here shortly. Jake, I saw Olu getting coached up by Tyron. What about Carter Warren? Anything? Warren started that right tackle today with the ones. And I didn't think he did anything bad. I didn't see him specifically getting coached up after practice like Olu was. But that was by Morgan Moses in that video we showed. But Olu's going to be good. I'm excited. All right. Fun show, everyone. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Reminder, I dropped publicly the Best of the Jake Asman Show, episode number 5. Watch it. You're going to laugh your rear end off, I promise. Some freaking hilarious moments from this show, man. Thank you to Gator for editing it. Thank you to Boomtown for helping us produce it. Carmen says, how can I get merch, Jake? I feel like sometimes no one listens to the words that come out of my mouth. JakeAsman.com, Carmen. That's where the entire merch is located. The entire shop. So I want to thank you all for your support. Once again, shout out to everyone who I met today at Jet Camp. So cool to interact with the best fans in all of sports. We're back tomorrow. I'm doing a show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. My guest will be Brandon Pockrass, who I saw today at Jets Camp. He's with Jets X Factor. He will come on and we'll talk about the state of the Jets. And I have a funny feeling maybe Hassan Reddick will be signed to a new deal, potentially by the time we do our show tomorrow. So we'll see how that ends up shaking out. Once again, thank you all for the support. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Jake Asman. This has been the Jake Asman Show, and you heard me mention the Best of the Jake Asman Show, episode 5. You got to watch the whole thing. But here's a short clip to get you to watch it as soon as you're done watching this. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Go Jets. And once again, thanks to everyone who said hello today at training camp.
Choo choo. We are all aboard the Lane train. Hello, Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in months, the Lane train is back. Good afternoon, Lane.
Hey, Jake.
How are you, Lane?
I'm good. Had a nice beer. Look, the football season is coming up. Going into week 1, I mean, I don't even know who's on the Jets anymore. It's like I totally lost count. They play all these teams coming up. I can't stop thinking about what happened to breaking news from Noble.
Yeah, can you
I don't know if he's dead. I think he went to the hospital. Yeah, that was funny because his girlfriend was acting freaking like looking like a serial killer. That's nerd alert. With all college starting up again next year. That's all I have to tell you.
Call us back soon, all right? Great to hear from you.
Yeah, okay.
Lane says Knoble is alive. And that's what I'm going with, because he would know.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Fuck yeah!